It wasn't difficult to escape. They kept us separated so we couldn't communicate. But it was just a matter of biding your time. As the months passed, the guards became more relaxed. When you relax, you become careless. The guard should never have brought my food into the cell today. That was his mistake, his last. We'll all be free in just a few minutes. Lord Griswold will know what to do. I'm sure he's been planning his revenge for these many months, just like me. Prison makes time a blur. I wonder how many months, how many years have passed since it happened, and yet I remember when it all began, just as if it were yesterday. King Edmund and Queen Madeleine had come to Turnsmere as royal sovereigns. After Edmund ended the long war, the people loved them. But when the Princess Elissa was born, the people went into ecstasy. They adored the princess. They worshipped her. Their love for Elissa knew no bounds. Lord Griswold wanted the throne for himself. He placed a curse on the princess when she was still an infant. As the years passed, Turnsmere was to decay with every birthday the child celebrated. Great though his magic may be, Lord Griswold's curse failed to work. As time went by, the kingdom of Turnsmere flourished, and the Princess Elissa, even her nurse Eunice, the entire royal household grew more beloved. Lord Griswold was determined to have the throne at any cost. One day, we kidnapped Princess Elissa and Lady Eunice when they were strolling with the court jester Lowell. It was all so easy. Lowell was such a buffoon, no match for us. We left him unconscious and made off with the royal child and her nurse. Lord Griswold intended to exchange her life for the throne of Turnsmere. It was a perfect plan. We failed. We were overpowered by the wolf children of the forest and that youth who flies like an eagle, that magic boy. We have been locked in this castle tower for 13 long months. Our time has come.
Servant to the evil magician Lord Griswold, had escaped, freed his master and his master's family, as well as a few other followers. Lord Griswold, his wife the Lady Damara, and their daughter Iona would hasten to the Castle Damara. Cadman would gather those individuals who were still loyal to Griswold and bring them to this stronghold. The peace and happiness which the little kingdom of Turnsmere had enjoyed for more than a year had suddenly come to an end. For months, Griswold had carefully plotted his actions. He would go to the Castle Damara and draw upon the powers of darkness. The kingdom of Turnsmere would suffer for his treatment, and no one would stop him this time. Edmund, sovereign of Turnsmere, went immediately to the tower. Lord Griswold, his wife and daughter, and all their imprisoned followers had escaped. The king ordered his captain to double the guards of the palace wall. Edmund took charge of the situation personally, reinforcing the palace guard and deploying his forces to pursue Lord Griswold. The king found the lovely Queen Madeleine resting in the palace gardens with her handmaidens Kendra and Blythe. Edmund was devoted to his wife, as she was to him, and he felt that it was his place to convey these sad tidings to her in person. The queen was distressed by the news. Once safe from this evil magician, the kingdom of Turnsmere was again threatened by his madness. King Edmund had thought that in sparing Griswold's life, he had done the right thing. But now, one guard was dead, others were injured, and the prisoners had escaped. Queen Madeleine tried to comfort the king. His reign had been one of justice. She placed the responsibility for this turn of events on Griswold's shoulders, not Edmund's. She always understood, and this was just the counsel the king required. Suddenly, however, the king thought of their daughter. Where was the Princess Alyssa? Kendra told the king that Lady Eunice, the nurse, had taken Princess Alyssa on a stroll beyond the palace walls. Blythe confirmed this and said that Lowell, the court jester, had gone with them. King Edmund ordered the handmaidens to go at once and find the princess and her court companions. They were all to return immediately to the safety and security of the palace. Kendra and Blythe were to locate Alyssa, no matter where she had gone. The two handmaidens first encountered Lady Audrey and Lady Wilda.
We must find her immediately. You keep that way for the work. We'll go this way.
Lady Lee and Lady Vinna were next. Have you seen the princess? Do you know where she has gone? Inquired Kendra and Blythe. But Lee and Vinna could not provide the answer, and they, too, were drawn into the search. The handmaidens next came upon Lady Gwyneth and Lady Darlene. Lord Griswold has escaped. We are trying to locate Princess Alyssa. Have you seen her? Again, the answer was no. Again, two more were added to the search. Meanwhile, a short distance away from the protected walls of the palace grounds, Princess Alyssa, her nurse, and her beloved Lowell enjoyed a carefree summer day, unaware of any danger. It was a lovely morning, and Eunice found it most difficult to refuse the princess any request, even if the child should be doing her studies. Game of hide-and-seek. Lowell delighted in amusing the little princess, for he himself was a child at heart. But the game was interrupted by the sudden appearance of Lady Vinna, the first to locate the court jester outside the castle walls. The lady-in-waiting was almost out of breath. Lowell, she said, Lord Griswold has escaped from the tower. One guard has been killed and others injured. Even now, he and his followers are roaming the forest. Eunice thought that she had heard other voices and saw the troubled expression on the faces of her friends. The name of Lord Griswold pierced the air like a cold steel blade. Lord Griswold had escaped, taking his family and lackeys with him. King Edmund was organizing the pursuit. The princess must be returned to the safety of the palace. Did Her Majesty choose to remain in hiding? The jester inquired of Lady Eunice. Eunice assumed that the little princess had been hiding a short distance away. A torn piece of silk from the hem of Alyssa's dress. What fate had befallen the little princess? Castle Damara, ancestral home of the Lady Damara, Lord Griswold's wife. Lord Griswold, the distant cousin of King Edmund, whose ambition and desire to claim the throne of Turnsmere had driven him to virtual madness. Working now in the laboratory of the Castle Damara with his wife and daughter, Lord Griswold was determined that this time he would not fail. This time he would become the King of Turnsmere. With considerable assistance from the Lady Damara, herself a witch, Griswold worked quickly to create magic, black magic, to overcome the one obstacle that stood between him and the throne. Griswold was not a man who made the same mistake twice. His devoted henchmen, Cadman and Burgess, brought forth an old chest, long forgotten, which had belonged to the mother of Lady Damara. Secret herbs and potions were kept safe in this trunk. Their power and usage were deep mysteries known only to the Lady Damara. The number 3 is considered a magic number. With the help of the secret potions, Lord Griswold would call upon the powers of darkness 3 times. In each case, black magic would produce a creature of evil, a phantom of darkness, each with superior powers of its own. Griswold would take no chances this time. One plan was not sufficient. He was sure that one of the 3 evils would be powerful enough to eliminate his greatest challenge. 3 evils, 3 phantoms, 3 powerful creatures of the night, all to overcome one challenge, one boy, the ASTREKYND, the Star Child. Watched the final preparations, however, Iona noticed a 4th vial, filled and sealed. What was that? Damara herself was puzzled and asked her husband about its contents. That, explained Lord Griswold, is a potion of my own creation. You will see its effects should its use be required. And so, taking the 1st vial, the first dark potion, Lord Griswold and his followers moved to the forest of Turnsmere to call upon the powers of darkness.
Flo, Eunice, Flo, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Flo?
In a wooded clearing, not too far from the Castle Damara, final preparations were made for Lord Griswold's first experiment. The site was readied by 2 more characters, loyal to the evil magician. Wily, the cunning, a sneak thief, cruel, heartless, and totally untrustworthy. And Maddock, an individual whose services were available to the highest bidder. They had just finished their task when the wizard arrived. Yes, they assured the master, your instructions have been followed. And so, Lord Griswold began the creation of the first evil. Of Lord Griswold, the potions of the family of Damara. They had succeeded. The first evil, the phantom from the dark world, had come. The search for Princess Alyssa continued. The ladies of the court volunteered to explore the forest for the princess, at the same time that the soldiers of Turnsmere combed the woodland for Lord Griswold and his band. All efforts were being made to locate the little princess. Somewhere within the forest of Turnsmere was the lost child. They must find Alyssa before it was too late. Lowell and Eunice, the most devoted to the princess, had gone much deeper into the forest than the others. Had stumbled upon the Urchins of Evil, an unscrupulous collection of young renegades who engaged in stealing, smuggling, and numerous other activities which were outside the law of the land. Their leader was a rebel named Bryce, intelligent, personable, ambitious, and completely untrustworthy. His close associate was Jurgen, a bully and a brute.
An angry boy Muir, and Mr. Eden, and little brother Laban, then clever little Cyril. Ah, Miss Hedwig, and sweet little Lyris, and envious Fiona, and brother Gilroy, Miss Corda, and finally, Miss Maris. And we know who you are, my real friends. So if you will just surrender your jewels and anything else of value, we may all be on our way.
Since the jester proposed to be brave and noble, then Bryce felt he had no alternative but to let the urchins have some fun with them before they robbed them. His name was Farley, and he was the second in command, the scout for the Wolf Children of Turnsmere, a noble band of youth who had, on many occasions, proven their courage and loyalty to the royal family of Turnsmere. Jay, the little scrapper, and Perry, beloved by all. Melanie, with patience and understanding, Rochelle, sweet and innocent, and Orlena, the little tease. Alan, the sleepyhead, Derwin, the scholar, and Kirby with the keen imagination. Doreen, the befuddled, and Eileen, Farley's sister, a child of nature. The Wolf Children of the Forest of Turnsmere. Lowell and the Lady Eunice were their friends, and there would be no robberies in the woodland so long as they were around. Greetings were exchanged among friends. Pleasantries were limited, however, as Lowell quickly explained to the children that Lord Griswold had escaped and the Princess Alyssa was lost somewhere in the forest. Hayes is hunting not too far from here, explained Farley. Let's find him and see what he suggests. He knows the forest better than anyone else. And so off they went, in search of Hayes, the leader of the wolf children. Hayes, like the others, abandoned as an infant on the edge of the woodland and raised by the creatures of the forest. Hayes, not quite the oldest, but still the most courageous, leader of the wolf children and guardian of a magic secret, something he had considered infrequently during the past year.
The Dark World. I seek one called the ASTREKYND. I am told you might know where he is.
The first of the three evils created by Lord Griswold. Hayes was not aware of this, but he sensed that Ivar represented trouble. He refused to even answer.
Answer my question.
The magic amulet, pieces of a star which fell to Earth hundreds of years before. Entrusted to Hayes, he alone knows the secret of this jewel, its magical properties of transformation. By repeating a magic chant, Hayes calls upon the power of the mother star in the heavens above. ASTREKYND, the star child, the most powerful mortal on Earth. His gifts of strength and flight are drawn from the very heavens above. Urchins of evil, in league with Lord Griswold, conveyed to him the news of Ivar's failure to overpower the ASTREKYND. Two of the little renegades had witnessed the confrontation from a secluded place and had seen the ASTREKYND triumph again. The wizard did not relish any form of failure. The first creation had not been strong enough. But the Mara believed that black magic would eventually be effective. The next potion, the second evil, would destroy the Star Child and allow Lord Griswold to become king of Turnsmere.
Can you hear me, Paul? What?
Riley and Maddock had again prepared the earth according to their master's instructions. The second potion was applied, and the magic chant was recited. Were traveling with the wolf children in search of Hayes, leader of the group, and the little princess.
I am Zenus, Lord High Executioner to the Prince of Darkness. Hold fast so that you may hear my words. I know you to be friends of the one I seek. You must guide my steps so that I may carry out my solemn duty. You must not defy the judgment that has been passed. I seek the boy called the ASTREKYND. He has been doomed by the powers of darkness, and I shall carry out his sentence. I demand of you that you tell me where I might find this boy. Speak only the truth, for if you do not speak, or should you lie to me, I shall take one life at a time. Now speak, or...
Children lost no time in telling the Star Child of Griswold's escape and the disappearance of the little princess. As each moment passed, the danger increased, especially for Princess Alyssa. Continue your search, advised the Star Child. Cover the forest as best you can. I shall look for the princess in my own way. potion. One final evil. Griswold addressed his wife. You know that I must take this potion myself. Whatever success we may achieve depends entirely on my reaction to this vial. It may be some time before the effects wear off, so that it is up to me and this potion to destroy the Astrakyn once and for all. I cannot imagine how we could fail, but if we do not succeed, you must see that Turnsmere belongs to no one. This is an explosive formula of my own creation. Should anything go wrong, then throw this vial as hard as you can into the air. When it lands, Turnsmere will be gone. Griswold was interrupted by the arrival of Bryce, leader of the Urchins of Evil, who was loyal to the wizard. We have located and captured Princess Alyssa. She is being held at our camp, the boy reported. Good, good, responded Griswold. Now, said Lord Griswold, we are ready to depart. Lowell and the Lady Eunice had made their way back to the Palace of Turnsmere to report their progress to King Edmund. While Edmund had been hopeful for his daughter's safe return, he was nonetheless grateful for the efforts of his courtesans, though they were in vain. But while they spoke, the palace was rocked by a sudden unearthly turmoil. Just as suddenly as it came, the earth tremor ceased. However, from beyond the palace walls came a voice, familiar yet distorted. Hear me, O king. Your reign has ended. I, who was once Lord Griswold, am now a spirit of the darkness itself. On this day, Turnsmere shall be mine. Lord Griswold shall reign as king of the land. This I declare. This is what Griswold had become, part of this world and part of the world of darkness. potion wore off, Lord Griswold had been transformed into the spirit, grotesque in body and soul, but with greater power than one could ever imagine. Since the princess was the only thing of value, the villains left the urchins of evil to whatever fate befell them, and made off with Alyssa. Had met his match. Endowed with superhuman powers of his own, Lord Griswold, now a spirit, was gifted with strength which far surpassed mortal ability. A superman matching his energy against a superboy. Of both the earth and the heavens. Was his fate to fall victim to a creature of the darkness? He called upon the powers of the heavens, the mother star from which he drew his strength.
I've worn this gem with pride, and it still fills me with courage.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! All right, once and for all.
Time has a way of softening harsh memories. It was not too long before the kingdom of Turnsmere was at peace once more. Those who remained of the family of Lord Griswold and his followers were secured so that they would never again threaten the little province. Life at court returned to its happy, pleasant routine, and Alyssa would grow to be a beautiful woman and a wise princess. With the permission of the king and queen, Lowell brought the urchins of evil back to the palace. With the help of Candor and Blythe, Lowell was determined to make good little citizens out of the children. The girls would learn the ways of court, how to dress and act like little ladies. The boys would learn a trade and manners more befitting young men. There was still a maverick or two in the group, but Lowell had a way of getting to the bottom of the problem. And, relatively speaking, the urchins of evil, now children of the court, would grow up to be good citizens of Turnsmere. The wolf children returned to the woodland. It was still their beloved refuge. They again turned down the gracious offer of their king to make their home in the palace. And so, Perry and Reagan, Orlena and Melanie and Rochelle, Alan and Derwin, Doreen and Kirby, Farley and his sister Eileen went back to the forest of Turnsmere. So did their leader, Hayes. From time to time, he would leave and go off alone. He was hunting. He would seek out injustice, cruelty, disloyalty, and he would fight to destroy them. To the poor, the weak, and the defenseless, he offered protection. He was just a boy, but he carried the secret of the heavens. He was the ASTREKYND.